Hey all, peace and blessings. I'm doing a video on working with the black aspect of Santísima Muerte, Santa Muerte. As you may know or not know yet, Santa Muerte comes in many different colors. Here I have a statue that represents different colors, and different colors are embodiments of different ways in which she supports her children, her devotees, and those who work with her. There are people who come to Santa Muerte, and Santa Muerte also comes to people. And yes, it doesn't matter if you're Mexican or not. Santa Muerte picks who she wants to pick, and I have seen her work with a variety of people. Santa Muerte, remember, is the transition between life and death. Santa Muerte is a bridge between us and our ancestors. So it's the understanding that this is for everybody. And yes, she is an Aztec goddess, an ancient Aztec goddess as well. But she is open, yo. She has so much love and she has so much care. And it's really unfortunate that people give her such a bad reputation and such a bad name. And this is people who are in the church, but this is also these baby witches who want to use her to basically send curses and hexes to people who they have petty arguments with. And this is all ego. And with Santa Muerte, you're not approaching her with ego. So before we even get into this video, just take away everything that has been said about Santa Muerte, that she's evil, that she's this, that she's that. Because at the end of the day, people can have statues, people can claim that they work with her, but those of us who are able to tap into our third eye, to our crown chakra, we can see who really works with her and who really doesn't. If the black Santa Muerte comes to you, it's because she's trying to protect you from something that you might be going through. That black Santa Muerte never will judge you either for what you're going through. Santa Muerte is the being that's the furthest away from any criticism or judgment against you. She's coming in to basically say, hey, I'm not judging you for whatever your circumstances are, whatever your obstacles are, who you are. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. So she can help you with any sort of physical violence or danger that you might be in. If you're in a domestic situation that is also unhealthy for you, where your safety might be at risk, like the black Santa Muerte is not a joke, and she is one of the most difficult aspects to work with, and also one of the most serious. That energy, to even be near her energy, it can feel intense, it can feel very like difficult, but it's the understanding that this is darkness. Darkness is the abyss, but the abyss is also a divine, caring, loving being. All right? Light protects us, but love protects us too. Light loves us, but darkness loves us too. And darkness is just as important as light is. So when the dark aspect, the black aspect, Niña Negra, shows up for you, it's to protect you from something serious. And again, I mentioned physical harm that could happen, but this can also be spiritual harm if you're going through any psychic attacks, any hexes and curses. And I don't want to give that too much credit or too much energy in this video, but what Santa Muerte will show you when she shows up is that I got you. There's nothing for you to worry about. You know, dedicate time to her, give her offerings. Santa Muerte is not a picky person when it comes to offerings. There are other guides that like very specific things, but with Santa Muerte, it's about give what you can, give me what you enjoy. If you smoke cigars, give her cigars. If you drink beer, give her a beer. If you drink wine, give her wine. If you drink coffee, give her coffee. If you drink tea, give her tea. If you eat pastries, give her pastries. If you like to make home cooked food, then give her some. It's as simple as that. It's about sharing what you can with her, and she's very understanding, she's very loving, and she's very nurturing. I want to break away these stereotypes that Santa Muerte is here to cause evil, and I know that she's also been used a lot in cartels. And you know, everybody has their own story. I'm not here to judge, but it's also the understanding that she's love. Like, she is love. And to me, the way I have connected with her and worked with her, I see her like an elder. I see her like an ancestor. She is an ancient Aztec goddess. And she is still here protecting her children, all right? She works with a lot of people. This is the understanding that she is the bridge between life and death. So this applies to all colors, but specifically with the black aspect, aside from protection work, she helps you with looking beyond the veil between the living and the dead. And I used to be very afraid of just what I was able to see, what I was able to perceive, Santa Muerte was the first guy that I ever worked with. And when I was younger, I used to hear voices a lot, I used to see things a lot, and I used to shut it off or try to just act like it wasn't happening because I was honestly terrified. I was scared. I used to have a lot of dreams of Aztec warriors that I didn't know yet, and it wasn't until later that I came into my path, which Santa Muerte helped me forward with, where I realized those were my ancestors. And I know a lot of people will say, like, don't work with spirit guides before you connect with your ancestors, and I completely 100% agree with that. But in my path, Santa Muerte showed up for me first because I guess I was just so scared of just like my ancestors. And I know that sounds silly, but when you have this false programming on you, when you were raised in the matrix, right, you really believe that you're not supposed to do all these things. So the Black Santa Muerte shows up, she's also trying to get you to let go of fear, because fear is blocking your third eye from seeing the spiritual truth. It's blocking your crown chakra from receiving messages and higher guidance. She wants to basically remove the curtain and the veil between the living and the dead. And the Black Santa Muerte is also helping you with doing any shadow work that you need to do. Her black aspect wants you to go in and face your own darkness. You know, I'm not gonna lie, when I first worked with her, I had a lot of anger issues. I had a lot of frustrations. I used to attract a lot of conflicts because I was always on some aggro stuff. And you might not believe it, but she helped me get rid of that. She helped me purge that, because when there's a lot of anger, when somebody's really angry, and I was at the time, it's because there's a lot of deep rooted pain and there's a lot of stuff that happened. And she will make you go through those moments and you won't go on your own. And that's the thing. Every time she made me do shadow work, and I would do meditation. So, you know, meditations are important with any spirit guide you're connecting with. Don't get lazy up in these streets. Like, when you meditate, you're basically blocking everything else out, and once you do it long enough, honestly, it's really fun because you're just chilling with your guides, you're chatting with your ancestors, you're basically shamanic journeying and astral traveling. Like, if you want those cool experiences, you gotta get in a meditative state. And there's a bunch of binaural beats that you could look up on YouTube and do. So I would go into meditation a lot with Santissima Muerte, and she would make me look at certain things that I went through in childhood that I blocked and I repressed. And that's everybody. The mind does that to protect us. But then we have to go back because this is hidden in the subconscious so that we're not rooted in these things, so that we can let go of the pain. And when we let go of the pain, we let go of the anger. She helped me to do a lot of purging, a lot of release work, a lot of what we would call shadow work, right? Shadow work is getting to the root of why you feel pain, why you feel anger. It's going to the root of your childhood, the messed up things that happened in your childhood that weren't fair to you. This is getting to the root of all your danger and your pain. And Santa Muerte holds space for all of that. All the dark divine beings, the dark divine spirit guides such as Santissima Muerte, Lilith, Kalima, they help people who have gone through serious abuse. And content warning, y'all, I'm meaning things like sexual abuse, domestic violence, physical abuse, all right, things like that. They are going to hold space for you. They're going to love you, and they're not here to put blame on you. We are in a society that tends to blame people who go through certain things where it wasn't even their choice. They're going to help you heal and restore yourself and get to a state of completion, all right? So if you want to work with the black aspect of Santa Muerte, light black candles in her name and in her honor, and ask specifically what is it that you want to release. She also has a sigil, so let's say you get the candle, you can draw the sigil if you don't have her statue. And you don't always need the statue, but I find that if you're first working with her, it does really help with embodying her energy. Don't think of the statue as her, think of it as the key. Think of this as an avatar, and the spirit is not even within the statue, it's around. This is more of like a beaconing device, right? So you light black candles in her name, you give her whatever offerings you would like to give her, because Santa Muerte is very open to different types of offerings. She likes what you like. So if you like coffee, you give her coffee. If you like rum, you give her rum. If you drink beer, you give her beer. All right. You like eating tacos, you give her some tacos. All right. And this is about spending even quality time with her, because this is where you connect with her and she channels in higher guidance. Don't be afraid of how she looks, because beyond this, there is more to her. Beyond the skeleton, the Grim Reaperess, there is a loving being there. And she has shown me her full form. She is an indigenous woman, an indigenous dark brown woman who takes on this form because this is her uniform, and she helps those who have crossed over to go to the other side. She protects us. She saves us from death. And that's something I didn't even talk about. The black aspect can show up to save you from near death experiences, such as car accidents or anything of that sort. So when she shows up, it's nothing dangerous. It's from a place of love, all right? I'm gonna pull some cards to see if there's any messages that the Black Santa Muerte wants me to say. And also, if you any of you have any questions, then please write it down in the comments below. I'm gonna talk about the other different colors and versions of her. I do have a Santísima Muerte playlist, and please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for vibing, y'all. So it looks like what the Black Santa Muerte also does with the Two of Swords here. This is in the image of a scissors. This is about cord cutting. If you have somebody who is still abusing you, still stalking you, still trying to cause harm to you, get to you from the past, let's say a past lover who you didn't realize was toxic, she will protect you fiercely, but you gotta be ready. She helps you cut them cords, yo, so this person doesn't show up around you, near you, or even in your dreams. Because when people show up in your dreams, sometimes they do that intentionally. A lot of people act like they don't believe in spirituality, but when push comes to shove, when they really want to get a hold of you, they think about you so hard. They visualize you. They visualize you in your room if they've been in your room. Because when somebody's in your home, y'all, that's it. They have a psychic like imprint on that. They visualize you there, and then they catapult your energy. And they keep a hold, and now they're manifesting in your dreams. So if you want to let that go, call upon her. Light some black candles and ask her what you need. Say the prayers out loud. You can write the petitions, but I find that speech is very important, and by speaking, you're charging and amplifying her candles. We also have the Seven of Pentacles, Counting in the Dark, and the Four of Cups. A lot of people are going to find themselves working with the black aspect of Santa Muerte before they work with any other different aspect. Even though they warn you not to do that first, if you find yourself in that path just like I did, it's no shame, it's nothing bad, you're not doing anything wrong. Just approach everything with love and the utmost high and meditate, yo. Meditate with her. Light a candle, stand, sit by her altar. If you got an altar, you know, get a chair, sit there, meditate, pull your own cards with her, journal with her. All right, that's what y'all gotta be doing with your altars. Vibe with them. Don't just think that, you know, these spirits are here and you're just supposed to bow and appease. No, you're supposed to connect and engage. All right. So what I'm looking at with these cards is that if you want to get to fulfillment, you also got to do a lot of clearance work. You also got to do a lot of shadow work. And if you have any traumas that are haunting you or a lot of intense pain that, you know what, if you talked about it, people would be overwhelmed. They wouldn't be able to get it. They wouldn't be able to hold space for you. Then guess what? She is going to hold the space for you. She is going to take care of you. She is going to protect you, all right? So this is about how Black Santa Muerte can protect you and guide you. You give her offerings. You can get a statue with a black cloak. You connect. You sit in the altar. You vibe with her, all right? And you ask her for help. You ask her for support. You give her offerings when you can. And she will show up for you in visions and meditations and things of that sort. All right. I remember when I first connected with her, she would always be following me. I would be at the park. I would see her in the background. And spirits can sometimes show up through peripheral visions, not in front of you. I would see her all the time. And then, you know, one day I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to be afraid of her no more. I'm going to connect. So this is about the black aspect of Santa Muerte. I'll do other videos on the different colors of Santa Muerte. But if you like this, please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want a private reading, a private spiritual consultation on how to connect with Santa Muerte, how to work with her, how to do so is on the about below. You can go to my website. And I'm also on social media, Instagram. On Instagram, I do live tip-based readings here and there. I'll eventually move it to YouTube once I get to a 1,000K or something. 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, that's about it, y'all. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great, and I'll see y'all next time.